Okay, we can go ahead and begin.
Okay, awesome. Hey guys, this is Matt. We are joined by Monica with ProfitKeeper and really want to give you a good understanding of how to use the tool. So she's going to go through the basics, how to use all the reporting structures, the analysis tools for the KPIs, all the reports, and really this is something you ought to be looking at monthly, at least quarterly, and I think this will be a good tutorial that we're going to keep in Showpedia that you can refer back to both for existing franchisees and future franchisees. So I hope you enjoy this. So Monica, I'm going to hand it to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt, and thank you everyone for joining. I hope everyone can see my screen. What you're seeing here is the actual Profit Keeper site where you upload your data every single month. I'm going to go over 3 areas within Profit Keeper that are going to provide you very valuable feedback on your business. The first section is going to be under the Reports tab. So if you click on that Reports tab, you'll be taken over to our Reports section. You'll see that you'll have a list of reports that you have access to. There's a few that I want to pinpoint here that I think are going to be very valuable in looking at. The first one is going to be the income statement report. This one will allow you to select any period that you have uploaded for, as well as your location. So if you're multi-unit franchise owner, you can go ahead and click on the location you want to view and then click on Run Report. Once you click on that Run Report button, the report will generate on a separate tab. So you want to make sure that your pop-up blocker is disabled. We get that question a lot as you're trying to run a report, it's not working. That's usually the reason why. So just make sure that that is disabled and your report will generate. So once you report your data, you can see that from there it will generate all of the amounts that you reported for, as well as calculations. You'll also see that down at the bottom, you will have your total net income here that you can view. And then if you'd like, you can always export this report in a CSV, PDF, or Excel format. So you can export these reports if you'd like, keep them for your use. You can go ahead and do that under the Reports tab here. Back under the Reports tab, you will also have a balance sheet report that you can view for any period that you have reported for. Click on Run Report, and again, the report will generate on a separate tab, showing you all of the data that you have reported for your balance sheet for that particular period. You can also export this in CSV, PDF, or Excel format if you'd like. All right, so those are the 2 main reports that I would say that you'll use mostly. From there, we do have ranking reports that are a lot of fun. This ranking report here will allow you to select any period you like, as well as your location. And then from there, you'll click on Run Report. And when you do that, you'll see that it will show you how you're ranked. So it will give you the location for your information. It will give you the amounts you reported, as well as the franchise average brand total. So from there, you will also have the color-coded dots here, and it will give you the like how you're ranked, percentile ranking. Green, of course, means you're on the right track. And then orange, yellow, and red just means room for improvement. So I would definitely dive into these ranking reports just so you can kind of see how you're performing against everyone else within the brand. Okay, so let's go back out here. So those are the main reports that I'd say that are really important to look at. If you'd like, we also have other ones that you can look at, like the approved chart of accounts report. This report will show you all of the accounts that you have active within the brand. So based off of the analytics on where they'll appear and account numbers. So if you ever are curious to see what accounts are available, this is a good report to view. All right, let's hop over to the analytics because this is definitely the area where you will be spending most of your time, and this is where we want you to spend most of your time. So here you'll see that when you click on the Analytics tab, you'll be taken to the report card where you will then be able to start analyzing your business. The analytics do take overnight to generate. So as soon as you report, if you report today, you can hop in there the next day and take a look at all of this great data. So here, the report card is a very high level. It will let you know where where you stand within each category. So we break it out into sales, cost of sales, labor costs, and operating costs. And then here you can also view any different period that you have reported for. You'll see throughout the analytics that we have these little drop downs. So you can look at the current period, year to date, rolling year. You can even benchmark it against the previous period or even the prior year period, as you can see that you can get those year over year analytics. Here you'll see that you'll have these spark lines, so you can hover over each spark line to view more data in each category. And then also you will have the comparative analysis gauges. So this is going to show you that kind of where you're at within each category. So it's based off of a quartile. You'll have different comparative drop down here that you can look at the brand or maybe even your state or region. And of course, green means you're on the right track. And then red, orange, and yellow means room for improvement. You'll have the lost profits analysis. So this is going to show you as a percentage of sales where you spent most of your money. And this will show you the top 10 areas. If you'd like to dive in further, we do have a lost profits graph here at the top that you can then look at every single item within your expenses section. You can look at this information as a total, an average, or you can dive into each individual period. We do understand that there will be certain expenses that are fixed, and that's fine. What you can do then is go ahead and remove them entirely from the pie chart so that way you can focus on the areas that, the variables, what you can probably change. So that'll be the lost profits graph. We also have the scorecard. So this is similar to our category ranking reports that I showed you. It will allow you to expand on each section so that way you can dive in further and taking look at different expenses, different costs, your labor, different things like that. You can select the period in the drop down. You can compare either to the brand or the state or whatever you have in your drop down. You can look at this as a current period versus the previous period or even the prior year period. So these drop downs similar to what you saw on the report card. All right, up at the top, we break out different graphs within each category. So you will have your trackers, which will be your line graph. The line graph will show you your comparison to either the brand or your state or even prior year. So you can select your drop down here for the comparison, which is always going to be your orange line. Your blue line will always be your location. And then from there, you can go ahead and select the different periods if you like, since this is going to be 12 periods rolling constantly. So if you'd like to go back further, you can. So the trackers will be straight across here at the top. If you'd like, you can dive into the comparatives, which will be your bar graphs. This will, again, show you how you're performing against everyone else as the brand or state or regions, whatever it might be. The blue, again, will be your location, and the orange will be your comparison. And you can look at this as an average or different periods here at the top. The last graph that we have is going to be the detail graph. This is going to be your location up here at the top. You can dive into each section by hovering over each slice, which will give you more of a detail. And then down at the bottom will be your comparison graph of the selection that you make here in the dropdown. The last section I want to show you is the account tracker. The account tracker is going to allow you to drill down into each individual account within the chart of accounts. So very, very granular information that you can look at. So if you wanted to look at maybe certain costs, you can go ahead and dive into that account. And then from there, it will generate a graph showing you that the blue will be your location and then the orange will be your comparison that you make here in the dropdown. This graph you can look at as a percentage of sales, or if you'd like, you can look at it as a dollar amount. So that's going to be the analytics. We want to welcome everyone to give us a call, invite everyone, I should say. Give us a call if you'd like to look over the analytics together. We're more than happy to look at the data with you. And then that way we can, help you and you have a clear understanding of what you're looking at and how to read the data. Okay, so after you've looked at the reports and you've looked at the analytics, there's one more section within ProfitKeeper where we like to provide valuable feedback, and that's going to be under the Reporter tab, and it's going to be this button right here called the Forecasting tool. This will allow you to go ahead and select any period you like, and then from there you can tweak and change the numbers so that way you can forecast for the upcoming months, or maybe at the end of the year you want to forecast for the next year. You can do that. You can go ahead and see that you can change these from entering it in as a percentage of sales amount to actual dollar amounts. So maybe if you see that you can make a cutback on repairs and maintenance, you can go ahead and enter in that amount, that scenario amount. Different amounts here that you maybe see that you can make a cutback on, you can go ahead and enter that in the field. Once you tab off and scroll down to the bottom, it will show you how making those small tweaks and changes impacted your bottom line. So our brands and our franchisees absolutely love this tool because then it will allow them to project for the upcoming months. So those are the three areas within ProfitKeeper where we like to provide that valuable feedback. Again, we're always here to help. So if you ever need any assistance with any of these tools, there is a button up here at the top called Contact. And if you click on that, it will take you over to the screen where you can reach us. So these are our business of operation here. We are located in Mesa, Arizona. So right now we are Pacific time zone, I believe. So we don't participate in the whole daylight savings time, so it kind of throws us off every single time it changes. But anyway, this is how you can go ahead and contact us. You can call us or email us, or if you'd like, you can submit a question in the submit an issue box. It'll come straight to our support staff, and then from there, we can go ahead and reach out to you. So, Matt, do you want to add anything additional?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the analytics are probably where they're going to get the most benefit and where they can compare themselves to other franchises. I think we only have one franchise right now. We've got Central Denver. Can you see their account with this or no? Can you only see
Um,
that?
yeah, I have the actual Showhomes demo location up just to hide any identifying information.
Okay.
But if anyone, like I said, wants to go over their analytics with us, we can definitely do that. Give us a call and we can go
Okay.
ahead and go over that with you one-on-one.
So, Yasmin, do you have any questions at this point?
I think she might be on mute. I'm not sure. She is.
I think you're on mute. I think you have to unmute on,
On the teams.
or you can probably use the chat if you want to chat a question.
Um,
I
I think
don't think
we
we're going to
can.
figure this out. All right. Well, Monica, I appreciate it. So
Can
I'll
you
send
hear
this.
me?
Oh, we
Oh,
can.
there she
Okay.
is.
Awesome.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Matt. Um, yeah, no, I think that what Matt was saying, that the analytic tab, it's more helpful also to compare with the rest of the franchisees and how they're breaking it down, because that's
Right.
where every month I have the issue where breaking down the cost, it's going to different places, and here is where I need to know if it's going to the right division.
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we can do, Yasmin, we can go ahead and schedule a call with you if you'd like.
Oh, that would be awesome.
With our team, we're more than happy to go over all of this with you. And we can take a look to see how you're breaking things out. We can get with Matt and see how we can better, map everything for you. So that way it makes sense and you're getting apples to apples comparisons. So let us know when you're available.
Okay, that's great. Actually, today I'm available the rest of the day, and then it would be,
Awesome.
well, tomorrow is Thursday and Friday, and I'm staging, so it would have to be next week.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to shoot us an email and then maybe copy Matt in it?
We'll
And
do
then
that.
from there we can schedule a call. We can go over it with you and see what's going on
Yeah, it
with your
would be great
mapping.
to review, especially that now that I have more history,
Mm-hmm.
like since I opened in October 2020,
Hmm.
um, in this year, I have had more of uh, you know, cash flow and all that, and the expenses have
Awesome.
been changed. I'm trying to change prices right now according to everything going on. So I need to know exactly if last year comparable to this year and all those numbers too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
You'll
right,
have
so
great year-over-year analysis.
all
So
right,
yeah.
so just and for people who are listening, support at ProfitKeeper.com. Is that where they need to reach out?
Yes. Yes. Support at profitkeeper.com. This right here.
You got
Or
that?
they can submit a question in the box. Um, and then we'll go ahead and reach out to them from there.
Okay. So if you want to just email them, Yasmin, they'll follow up. And for anyone else who wants to
Yeah.
schedule a call. All right. So very good. Well, Micah, I appreciate your time. It was
Yes, thank
short and to
you.
the point, but I think it answered a lot of questions. But it seems like having that one-on-one time is really where, and they can see their account with one-on-one with you is probably where it's going to be the most valuable. So I would
Yeah,
highly
I think it's
suggest.
very important to see your own numbers.
Yeah. So
Yes,
that would
I
be best
agree.
one-on-one. All right, guys. Thank you, Monica. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.